Welcome to your entertainment ticket. Tonight we're brought to you by The Script. And The Script is a book by Alan Darnay about script writing. And I think it's available online, and we'll tell you how to get it later. But first of all, what we saw tonight may interest you very much. It's called Appaloosa. It's a Warner Brothers film.
Right, not a horse.
It's a New Line film, which is Warner Brothers.
Appaloosa, in this case, is not the horse.
Not the horse.
It's a town.
It's a town. And actually, it's I think it's a film a little bit more than a film noir about cowboys. What do you think?
I agree with you. I think it's an intellectual Western.
Intellectual Western.
That's the good part about it and the bad part about it.
The bad part about it. Actually, it's a Western about these two men who are lawmen who come into this town called Appaloosa, and they've been hired by the town to get rid of or to investigate a crime that was committed by a rancher, cattle baron. And you may have heard that kind of a line, storyline before. But this, I think, is a little bit more well acted. I think Ed Harris is amazing in the film. Viggo Mortensen
absolutely steals the movie as far as I'm concerned.
And I think beyond that, what about anybody else in that?
Jeremy Irons, but in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then later,
his character.
I lose his character a bit. But the cinematography and the editing were the stars of this movie. Mm-hmm. It was incredibly beautiful the way they did it in long shots and two shots, long shots, two shots. And it really conveyed the feel of the Old West at that particular time better than even the dialogue, which was extremely good, very terse, which I like, and direct to the point, and really, really good. The problem for me was I like a Western that has some action in it. And as you pointed out, it would have been a better film had Sam Peckinpah been responsible.
I even think as much as Michael Bay would have helped it too out of it. There wasn't enough action as far as I was concerned, but I'll tell you this: the storyline. It's actually a love story tied in with a story about the honesty and the integrity of the Old West that is brought to you by these two marshals. And actually, they ended up being city marshals.
Yeah. It's based on a Robert Parker book, which is strange because he doesn't write Westerns, he writes Spencer novels. And you can feel that Parker thing going where he's everything is like, man, woman, got to keep it inside, strong, silent type of hero, keeping it in. But the nice thing about this is that Ed Harris allowed it to crack through his personality. He's a very cold, calculating man in this film, and he allowed the emotion to come out. And I think that's what takes it a little bit away from the Western genre that we know and into something else. But again, without the action, when we came to the action sequences, it didn't pay off for me. Did it pay off for you?
I have to agree with you. It didn't pay off for me either. I would have rather have seen a different type of an ending, maybe a little bit more like a shootout. Everybody shoots each other and they all lay dead in the street or something. I don't know.
Something more conventional than this conventionally unconventional ending that he came up with.
Exactly.
But the twist in the movie with Renee Zellweger, I thought was interesting.
Yeah, there is a twist, and I thought that, I thought it came a little bit too late. I don't know, maybe I was a little bit leery of her all along, but that twist comes a little bit too late.
Now that I think about it, I think that her story was too modern. It was too much our time and not their time, and the way they felt about it in their time. I think they tried to impose today's morality on the Old West, where that morality just didn't really exist.
Let's talk about that all aside, they did capture the Old West, I feel, probably the way it was.
No question.
Yeah, no question. The costumes were amazing.
Back again to the cinematography and the editing.
Yeah.
Again, it just conveyed that feeling of being alone even when you're with people.
Right.
And everybody's fending for themselves in a very dangerous place and a very dangerous time where you did not know from one second to the next what could happen. You could die, you could walk down the street and be killed, you could walk into a saloon and be killed. You never knew what was going to happen in the West, and I think they conveyed that really well in this film.
They did.
They did a lot of really, really great things in this movie. But 2 hours without a lot of action
Yeah.
tends to like just throw me back.
That's what I think the failing was. But I'll tell you, I would say go see the movie at the movie theater.
Yeah,
But,
you have to, because
but take
it's-
all of what we just said into consideration on whether you really want to go see it.
Yeah, but the cinematography is beautiful. It's breathtaking. Even the music was done really, really well. So
Scenes as well?
I would give this about a 3.5
Out of 5?
Out of 5, yeah.
Yeah, I would give it maybe a 2.5 out of 5. There's a little bit stretch on it, but that's the way I feel about it. I think there were just too many good westerns in the past that really overshadow this. So you may want to go to Blockbuster or something like that if you want to see a good western.
Yeah, the Wild Bunch would be.
Yeah.
The Wild Bunch would be a good.
I like the Long Riders. Now,
Long Riders,
Sam
another
Peckinpah
good one, yeah.
again. Again, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it very much.
All the time.
Come back, see us again. Yeehaw!
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 Good night, everyone.
Good night. Appaloosa.